Okay, so welcome to your D2L class page, and this video is going to teach you how to personalize a little bit of colors in your class page, and especially how to personalize your navigation bar. Okay, this is what you see when you first bring up your D2L class page, and it has some basic links in it, drop-down menus, evaluation, assignment, Dropbox, discussions, grades, quizzes, communication. Now this email under communication is not student email. It is this message system that is contained within D2L. Okay. And the only place that you can read these emails is in D2L. So I like to do something different to encourage my students to use their My NSCC email instead of messaging inside of the class page. Same thing with resources. Some of these they need, some of them they don't. So this is a little overwhelming for our students, and the same goes for our class tools. All right. So I like to personalize my navigation bar, make it a little more user-friendly for my students, and a little easier for me to understand which class I'm teaching immediately, even if I'm not looking at the name up here. So the way you do that is you click on Edit Course. Okay, and I like to change a little bit of the coloring. It helps highlight some of the important places on the D2L page. So you do that by going into Course Offering. Okay, then you scroll down. I've already changed this light color, even though the light color doesn't seem to make much of a difference. The dark color will allow your students to more readily see the important places on the page. So I chose a bright green, and what that does then is it highlights the news and it highlights the calendar, so the students' eyes are drawn to those places. And since when I give homework at the end of each class, I make sure that I am in D2L and I'm typing their homework assignment as a new news item, they know they can find their homework here on the page. Now, there's also a number of ways that you can personalize the toolbar up here, and I think can make it a lot more user-friendly for our students who often have limited computer skills. Again, you click on Edit Course. Now this time you're going to go into Navigation and Themes. Okay. And here you've got these different nav bars. The nav bar that is showing is this one, NSCC V10 Course Nav Slim. What you're going to want to do is click on this arrow down here, okay, and click Copy. Okay, and that will put a copy of the nav bar here on the page. Right? So once you've done that, you click that, okay, and it's going to bring you here, where you can change things. You see these little X's in the corners when you highlight it. If you will click those X's, you can remove those links. Okay, resources, and I get rid of almost all of them, including help and lore. Students don't need that up there. Okay, now if I click Save, all right, that's going to be saved. All right, now I'm going to start adding just the links I want my students to see. Okay, I'm going to want them to be able to follow their attendance, and I'll want to take attendance. Okay, I like to put, let's see, where are we here? Down, class list. Okay, so they can look at students' names, and so can I. And if I want to add an instructor, I can do that. Here, computer help. This is one I've already made, so I'm going to remake it for you so I can show you how I made it. Content, I want them to be able to get to the content, but the content link is still there, so I don't need to add that one. I like to put the short date up there. I like to, sometimes depending on the class, if I'm going to have discussions, I'll put discussions there. For this class, we don't do online discussions. Come down, grades. I want them to be able to see their grades, and I want my grade book up there. And scroll down some more. And that's all for that page. I'm going to go ahead and add these. And boom, boom, there they go. And I'm going to add some more links from the second page. Okay, so from the second page, and see I've made another link here. I'm not going to include that one yet. I want to redo it to show you how. I definitely want them to get back to news from wherever they are. Let's see, what else do we have here? Quizzes. They need their quizzes. Okay, and come down. Surveys. I like to do a short survey about mid-semester just to get feedback from my students on what they like and what they don't like. Alright, so I believe that's all. I'm going to add that. Okay, now I have this added. I can move some stuff around. I want my date to be the first thing they see, and then attendance. I like my grades next. I like user progress there, and then quizzes and surveys and the class list, and then content and news, and then I like to have some other links. Okay, so now I'm going to start creating custom links, and you just click. Let me go back here and show you again. You're just going to click custom links. Now, to have those custom links, okay, you're going to want to make sure that you have the web addresses that you want to link to. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to want is to put a link to their email. Right? I want them to use their My NSCC email. So if it will let me log into the My NSCC email, there we go. Okay, so I go to My NSCC, there it says email. Now we don't have access to that email because we're not students, but if we click on that link, it will take us to their login page. All right. So what I do is I just go and copy the web address from the web bar up at the top. Okay. Just copy that. Okay. And then I'm going to go back to where I want to edit, create custom link. And I'm going to put in the name, student, email. Here where it says URL, I'm going to paste that link. Down here where it says behavior, I'm going to set it up to come out as a new window. Okay, I want this to open up as a new tab. I don't have to worry about width or height. And then I want to add a little picture here. Okay, let me go back. Oh, stop. So I click upload, and I'm going to go to my pictures, and I have a whole file of pictures for D2L. Now these pictures are small, all right? They're small. I went to Google Images, I found the image I wanted, I copied it into Paint, and then I made them tiny. All right, if you make them big, they take up a lot more room. Okay, so I'm going to pick this male image. What? Okay. I don't know why that's popping up. It shouldn't be a problem. And then I'm going to click create, and look at that. There's my student email. So when I hit save and close, okay, now all I have to do is make sure that this copy that I've made, right there, there's my copy, has been applied. So I click apply, and look, it changed. Now there's their student email. So when I click this, it takes me to the student email. I still have all my tabs up here. So I can go back here, okay? I can go back to my home page, and I can go to the sign in. All right? So that's it. Then you can set up as many different links, including my ELT or my English lab, as you want. I've already saved all that stuff, so I can apply mine back. And now you can see I have all kinds of links in my nav bar for my students. Okay. They can link to Quizlet, where I've got their vocabulary. It will load. Okay. There. They can link to my ELT that way. Okay. I've even done a quick link in the custom links where I've connected them to a page in my content. Here's my content, and here's technical support, and here's the computer help facts. But I know when students are having problems, they don't think to look. So I made a quick link, so no matter where they are on the page, if they click computer help, now this one I've made it to stay in the page. It's going to load this inside this class page. But this computer help quick link takes them to my document on computer facts that also has the computer help desk contact information. Okay, I hope this video has been helpful. If you have any questions, please email me.